Welcome back to Sunday Mornings with the Mayors.
I'm so glad to be here. It's nice to spend Sunday morning with you.
This morning we'll talk about something that's probably been talked about at length, and maybe you could give us an update. The Huntsville Madison County Jail.
Ad nauseum, I believe is the word.
What's the status of it right now? Can you update the viewers?
The building portion of the jail's done. We finished it back in, in June, July time frame, about August 1st, really. Finished up the construction portion of the jail. That point we sat down with, in May, we sat down with the chairman of the county commission, the sheriff, and ourselves. We all sat down. And the sheriff had some items that he needed beyond the scope of what we had already discussed and everything else, but items that needed, and quite frankly, they were needed items so that he could run an efficient jail. To make sure he had sally ports in each of the jail cells so that you could put food in, things like that. You know, some of the originally the jail was made for portions to be minimum security, so you didn't have to have sally ports, and portions to be maximum. He wanted to make sure he had that capability in all of them. So we said sure, you know, and that was the type of items that we looked at. So we did the $600,000 worth of needs in May. We had a discussion. We had one of our officers and one of the Sheriff's Department's officers go through and discuss out everything else, all the other details and everything. And we got finished in August with all the doing everything that was needed to be done. Since that time, and we also presented May 1st, I think, a intergovernmental agreement if we were going to have to change the intergovernmental agreement. And the one that we're operating on was written in 2002 and was set up to go 50 years through 2052. And the basis of the intergovernmental agreement was the city builds the jail, the county runs the jail, and the county is the one that pays the operating costs of the jail, because we were going to pick up the construction costs. The new intergovernmental agreement called for, in the offer, we offered to do some things to provide a little bit more money for the sheriff to run the sheriff's department with, and just make sure that, you know, he could actually run the jail with what he had. We didn't have a response to that until, I guess it was January 13th, January 12th. There was a letter sent to us that the jail didn't have furniture and phone system. And we said, we said, well, that wasn't part of the $600,000 that we talked about, but we'll do it. So we put furniture in the jail. The phone system was already in place. You just need to hook up the phones as what they call a voice over system, VoIP system was already in place. So I think we're in good shape there. And then about a week later, and this is in January of this year, we received a proposal from the county as to the intergovernmental agreement. It was significantly more expensive than what we had offered, and we basically said, hey guys, you know, we've got an operating agreement that we've agreed to, the 2002 agreement, and said let's just go by the operating agreement, since, you know, we're not in an area where we have like minds there, and said we'll go by the operating agreement that is there and use it. That's where we stand at this point. You know, the jail is fully ready to be used. It's fully built. It has everything in it that you would need to use it, and you know, but it's the county's responsibility, along with the sheriff's responsibility, to actually run the facility and to use it. And so it's up to their choice as to when they want to actually start using it. I think it's probably a wise thing that we move ahead and start using it, because obviously taxpayers out there are paying for it, whether it's city taxpayers, whether it's county taxpayers, or whoever. It's being paid for, and we feel like it should be in use right now.
Any idea when Sheriff Dorning will actually bring inmates in and start to populate the jail?
I'm not sure. You know, there were a couple of occasions which we heard that he might have to bring some inmates in because he's running overages in the current jail. And so I'm not sure when he's going to actually populate the jail. And I guess, you know, that kind of falls to their side of doing the business and their side of the agreement. The county's got to make sure that he has enough money to properly maintain the jail, and that's part of the agreement, that they will provide enough officers to run the jail. So they've got to provide that, and you know, if we can get that, if they, you know, and I guess they're going to have to get with the sheriff and determine how much that's going to be. Obviously, the sheriff doesn't want to open it and not have enough funds and have to, you know, open it and close it, you know, because of funding shortages. And everybody's in a funding bind right now. The city of Huntsville's in a funding bind. Madison County's in a funding bind. And both school systems are in a funding bind. So, yeah, there's still some things to be worked out. And I guess it's internally between the county commission and the sheriff.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Well, thank you.